Yo, what's going on, you guys? This is your boy Shermaine, aka Termigan, is coming at y'all with some Titanfall 2 today. In this video, we are going to discuss the patch update coming into the Titanfall 2 tech test, the second weekend, which you'll probably already be playing. So hopefully you don't see this video or see the patch notes too deep into your session, because these are important changes and updates that you need to be aware of. I actually had recorded audio for this video while I was waiting for another video to finish saving in the proper format, but it came out so bad that I had to redo it. I'm gonna let y'all have a quick listen right now, just so you understand what I'm talking about.
In this video, I'll run down off the top of the dome discussion about the patch update that you should be playing while watching this, right? Because it's already tomorrow by the time I'm recording it. So hopefully you don't catch the video too late while you're already knee deep in the second weekend of the test. These are important you need to be aware of. So I already discussed the feedback changes that released on blog on.
Yeah, there was no way that I could have put that on a video. I really did consider it, just because it made me almost cry laughing, but not gonna be able to do it. I wanted to really badly, but not gonna be able to do it. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So time to kill is the header. Amped weapons boost now unlocks at 80% of earn meter instead of 50%. This is a nice welcome change. I think that amped weapons boost is really powerful, and it's kind of hey, you're halfway there, here's a nice little boost. I can't think of a better fucking word right now. Here's a nice little gift that we're gonna give you so you can earn your Titan a little bit faster and have an advantage, and advantage over pilots to get your Titan. Problem is, and I think this will still kind of be looked into for quite a while up until it launches, a skilled Titanfall player can play the entire game with amped weapons. That's just how it is. You never run out of amped weapons. I don't know. I haven't been able to do that, so I don't know if there's actually a maximum amount of ammo that you have that are amped or not, but I mean, when I have it, I never run out. And I do think there needs to be some sort of ammo restriction, because it's a nice boost, but it shouldn't last with you that long. I mean, it has the potential to last the entire game. I mean, 3 kills, that's already, what, 50% charge meter? And then you have your amped weapons, and in a vacuum, you will win every single gunfight that you come across. In a vacuum, obviously. That's not including any other variables and factors. That's pretty crazy to me. And even putting it at 80% doesn't necessarily completely mitigate the fact, or not the fact, but completely mitigate the chances of players still being able to play the entire game with amped weapons. But at least when you get 80%, you probably need one more kill to get your Titan, and one more kill with amped weapons, that's pretty damn easy. So I'm glad that this is already being looked into, because I think amped weapons can get out of hand, and it is a concern within the community. Charred rifles now have damage fall off at cross map distances. This is very good. I've already gotten on wax that I think pilots are extremely dangerous in this game, because you're eating right into the health, and there's nothing preventing you from killing the Titan as fast as possible, besides if they have a battery. But if a fresh Titan comes out and you have a charge rifle, I mean, you can be at extreme distances and be doing fuckloads of damage to a Titan, because they have no shield. And I'm not the type of person to say, oh my god, this needs to change. I can adapt, okay? I'm fine with adapting with stuff. I just think that pilots are very fucking dangerous in this game, and that's fine. I'm not complaining about it. It's just an observation that I made. But I'm glad that they're making changes to this, because you can just pick and pop from extreme distances and kill Titans with ease, with no looming threat, unless it's Ion and they have what is that laser on top. That's probably their best shot to kill you if you're at extreme distances. So I'm glad that's going to be looked into. It's going to make Titans live a little bit longer, which is good, because it really does suck to work your ass off to earn your Titan and then just die within 30 seconds and then it's just gone. That does really suck. So I'm glad this is being altered and looked at. Slightly increased cloak visibility for other pilots. We haven't got an opportunity to play with Cloak, to look at Cloak, so this has probably been in-house tested quite a lot. And Cloak is my ability. That's my thing. I'm a Cloak kind of guy. So I'm really interested to get my hands on it this weekend, because that's probably what I'll be using, if not the grappling hook. And I mean, it's mostly meant to conceal your movement to a degree, only very effective against Titans. I mean, if you see someone that's cloaked, you're gonna see them. Forbid they have a pistol, then you're fucked. You're already dead. But that's kind of an interesting change that was included that we have no sort of experience with. So, I mean, you know, whatever. We just got to see how it works. Mobility. Increased max wall running speed, increased base wall running speed, air speed, increased acceleration while jumping off walls, Titan dashes, recharge 2 seconds faster. I've already talked about this in my previous video. I think it's just funny, it's amusing, and it's unfortunate that Respawn had designed this game to appeal to the complaints that the general gaming public had about vanilla being too chaotic, too wild, no flow, all that shit, right? And now they have to redesign everything to make it exactly what people didn't want in Titanfall 1 because that's what they want in Titanfall 2 because it wasn't like that. I don't want to get into that because I got into that last video, but you know, you're going to be getting around faster basically. And I like the, you know, the Titan's dash charges a little bit faster, so that's nice. Titan timer. Pilots now earn a small amount of Titan meter every 5 seconds. This is an area that I do think needs a slight redesign because I do find it a little ridiculous that I can get 5 kills in a row and not be anywhere close to getting my Titan. That really does aggravate me. But I can understand that the game really wants to promote proactivity more so than the first one with this this new build timer. That's fine. There's a lot of different courses of actions they could have took with the Titan timer, so I'm really interested to see how, you know, a little gift every 5 seconds is going to work. Are we still going to have a charge time reduction at 1% a second or something like that? I can't quite remember, so I know I've been saying 1% a second, but if that's wrong, I do apologize. I can't remember off the top of my head, to be honest. So if I've been you know, misquoting that, my apologies. But if, you know, what I'm curious to see is, will it work like you get those 5 seconds, but at the same time, like, will you just have negated the 5 seconds that you've been sitting around waiting to kill someone? You know what I mean? So we're going to have to see how that works. But, yeah, moving right along. Bounty hunt, score limit lowered to 5,000 from 6,000 to increase the amount of games won by score instead of time. And the banking phases now last 45 seconds instead of a minute. That's fine. Honestly, a lot of bounty hunt games have went to time limit because, I mean, I don't even know, man. A lot of the times when I'm banking my shit, I don't even reach like $2, really, or 2 bills, I should say. And a lot of my games do go to score limit. I mean, fuck, the first game that I uploaded was Bounty Hunt, and it was like a 17-minute video. Granted, there was like 2 minutes of like loading and intermission and shit like that, but it's a 15-minute game. Like, goddamn. Like, attrition matches don't last that long. This isn't like fucking Pilot Hunter and Vanilla when it first came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't go to the full timer. It should end before that. I mean, shit. I mean, it's like, you know, attrition 2.0, and those games are over relatively quick. You know, that 7 to 8 minute mark, kind of like a Team Deathmatch and Call of Duty and stuff like that. So I'm glad some changes are being made that, you know, kind of speed it up and make sure people are actually winning by pumping in the cash and not any other methods. Technical fixes. Fix some issues with outer dead zones on PlayStation controllers. That's unfortunate that people had to run into that, but I'm glad that a remedy is already coming up, so that way the players that are affected by it are not affected by it anymore. And the invite friends button is still broken in the build. It's fine. I mean, you can still play with people with the networks. It works pretty much the same way, so no big deal. But hey, whatever. And lastly, Amped Happy Hour event. If you play at a certain time on Saturday, then you get a call sign, you know, exclusive to you for participating when the game launches. So that's pretty dope. You know, that's cool. Nice little hey, thanks for playing and, you know, helping us get as many players on as possible so we can really stress test the servers. That's basically what they're asking you for, and, you know, the reward that you get. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, y'all, that's the new patch that's coming up in the tech test. A lot of changes made, a lot of mobility changes to basically make the game feel faster, even though that's what players didn't want in the first one. Not gonna get into that. There has been a new you know, kind of like a grace gift with the Titan timer to hopefully help players get Titans a little bit faster. Bounty Hunt has been modified to 1,000 less score needed to win the game because the games were just taking too damn long and a lot of them were just going straight to score limit. That's not what they want. Technical fixes, amped happy hour event, that was my cat, as well as the invite button is still broken, and time to kill. Amped weapons boost, that's my cat again. She really wants my attention. Amped weapons boost, increase that. Charge rifles now don't do a shitload of damage when you're at cross map distances, and slightly increased cloak visibility for other pilots. So that's gonna do it for me, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully, again, that you don't watch this when you're too knee deep into your Titanfall 2 session, so that way you can just be aware of what's new. But yeah, that's the Titanfall 2 Tech Test Weekend 2 patch update for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Off the top of the dome.